go.
How much does this thing make a day?
So we charge our customers $14,500 a day, every single day that we operate this drilling rig. So now we're inside of the doghouse. This is our main control area. Once again, this has computers where we can monitor. We've got the driller standing outside here. So this is where, this is where the magic happens whenever it comes to drilling.
Did you have a mentor to get into this business?
Whenever I first got into oil and gas, I was actually out on a drilling rig like this. I had applied for a job out in Midland, Odessa. Didn't really know anything about oil and gas. I just knew how to move your ass hand, and so I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. I was just on the equipment. And I actually started getting into the investing period about 2016, 2017.
How much money does somebody need to start investing into oil and gas?
So oil and gas investments are typically structured only where accredited investors can participate. There's a lot of oil and gas companies that structure their investments wrong, and they try to sell you a piece of a lease as real estate. But U.S. securities law states that whenever you fractionalize oil and gas lease, it becomes a security. So the first step is that somebody needs to be an accredited investor and have a substantial amount of capital and be able to bear total loss before ever getting in the industry, regardless of how it's structured. So $100,000 is a great spot to start. And my deal is I never recommend putting your whole $100,000 in one well, in one new drill, or in any single company, due to the fact is there is a lot of volatility in here. And with that being said, there's not a way to mitigate risk. I believe that there's a way to mitigate loss whenever it comes to oil and gas. As an investor, what do investors ask for? They say, hey, how do I get return of investment, right? You go put 100 grand in a well and it doesn't work out for whatever reason, you hate the company. Oh, they were terrible. They lost my money. Tax deductions, tax deductions. That doesn't typically get people to where they need to be in investments.
How are the returns on oil and gas compared to, let's say, the stock market, compared to real estate? Which one, in your opinion, has the most favorable returns for investors?
Well, I'm not in the oil and gas business for my health, right? So I've been doing real estate for over 10 years. I started out wholesaling, fixing up properties and flipping them, and I created a lot of income for myself. The problem was I had huge capital gains, huge tax liabilities, and the depreciation didn't offset what I had coming in. I love real estate. Real estate will always be one of my babies. I like it for long-term appreciation. Stock market, that gets everybody's little gambling itch aside, right? Doesn't really matter what stock you pick. The people in the stock market are trying to buy in low, capitalize on it, and exit at the right time. And I see people riding waves because they're not professional investors. I think that every market has a spot for good, smart, sophisticated investors. I think that you got to be diversified across everything.